Hey guys, today I'm and
Everyone's fucked up in their own way.
going
but that's
to
really for the upbringing they have though.
watch
I don't. You
some
took it.
videos. We need to blink. I like watch strange photo analyze. Oh, strange photo. Oh, analyze. Yeah.
Jeremy, if we don't make it, please know that I hate you.
I see skies. Welcome to a Grand Tour special. Let the journey begin.
Oh dear, can I have a push?
Scout from 97.
Oops, sorry guys, I did.
Tristan! You're stepping on my the charger!
Sorry.
That whole Garrett family.
You were still doing it.
Ow. Because you always drag it to somewhere like a hard ops. Cars.
This video is sponsored by Creepypasta Amino, which is a really great app for both iPhone and Android. This Creepypasta community...
Sorry guys. Start.
I don't have any.
This video is sponsored by Creepypasta Amino, which is a really great app for both iPhone and Android. This Creepypasta community has so many things to do, such as public chats, polls, challenges, and a lot more. I think this app is great because, regardless of what you have to post, there's a whole community of people that share the same interests with you. Some of my favorite posts include the fan art that people create.
That is Slenderman. That's not what strange. That's might be the strange part.
The challenges people post about in the blogs, and of course, the memes. If you get the app, I strongly recommend you go to one of the public chats because the community is really friendly, and maybe even write a few blog posts. Creating posts for others to see is a lot more fun than you might think. The link to the app for iPhone and Android will be in the description below. When going on trips to interesting locations, it's only natural to want to take a lot of pictures of the scenery to fully capture the moment. Sometimes, however, these pictures can contain strange things that seem unexplainable. Recently, a fairly odd picture was posted to 4chan, and the original poster actually reached out to me to look into what was up with the picture. I found it pretty interesting, so I decided to look into it. This is what I found. This picture was taken by a girl named Sophie. Last year, her and her family were visiting a village called Vinci in Tuscany. This is the same village that Leonardo da Vinci grew up in. Now, you're probably wondering what the big deal is. This picture looks pretty normal, and that's because it is. Sophie ended up accidentally taking two pictures within a second of each other. This is the second picture. As you can see, this picture has what looks like a golden cloud or something of that sort in front of it. Honestly, I have no idea what this was that appeared in the picture. Not only is the picture mysterious, but
Blah blah blah. I can't understand it. Chip-chan analyze. Yes. Analyze a Chip-chan. Chip-chan. Who would have heard of Chip-chan? Comment below. Subscription.
years ago, someone started up a webcam. Thread on 4chan. On the thread, someone found a live webcam of some girl who was just lying there, not moving at all. At first, people speculated that she was dead, but it was soon discovered that she was actually sleeping. As people continued to watch this constant live stream, they noticed a lot of strange behavior from this girl. Most notably were her sleep patterns. She would fall asleep for more than 12 hours at a time in very uncomfortable positions, and then wake up and go back to doing things. As you will see later,
he said he was recruited by a lot of Big 12 schools. We asked him why Boise State. But all those schools
This unidentified girl has brought up a huge mystery, and since her discovery, people simply call her Chip Chan. Since 2009, Chip Chan has been live streaming herself all day, every day. All day, she doesn't do much of anything. She just sits there at her computer, and at times ends up falling asleep for 12 plus hours. The few times she ever leaves her apartment is to get groceries, but even then, she's never gone for long. Chip Chan also has a blog, in which she writes about things that make the scenario even more unsettling. Chip Chan claims to be held captive by a corrupt police officer that she calls P. According to her, this officer has implanted a chip, which she calls a...
P, that's a funny name. Right, Brady? That's funny. Right, Brady? Right, Brady? Japan analyze P. Japan calls the police officer named P. What the fuck did you do that for?
Their chip into her ankle to monitor her. She also claims that this chip has the ability to make her fall asleep, which would explain her crazy sleep patterns. This chip is the reason she can't leave her apartment. She says she is afraid to contact the police in fear that P might find out about it. Those are the simplest details of Chip Chan's situation. Let's take a closer look at this to find out more information.
Guess what?
There are three popular theories that come up when discussing Chip Chan.
Can I tell you this?
One, that she's just a very good troll. Another, that she is a paranoid schizophrenic with narcolepsy. And finally, there's a theory that she is telling the truth about all of this, and she really is being held captive by the corrupt police officer, P. Let's start by taking a look at the theory that she is just a troll. This one, I personally completely disagree with. If she is a troll, then she would definitely be the best one on Earth. Chip Chan has been live streaming herself around the clock ever since 2009. That's 7 years. In this entire time, she hardly ever leaves her apartment. She just sits at the computer all day long, and she falls asleep for an extremely long amount of time in uncomfortable positions. It would take an immense amount of dedication to keep up all of this for all this time without ever stopping just for a joke. It would be especially hard to fall asleep in the position that she does for as long as she does without ever getting tired of it. There's also the fact that the more research you do into this, the more plausible her situation becomes. I'll go into that more later. Essentially, I think this is all way too in-depth to just be some kind of joke. I'm gonna say right now that I'm actually stuck between which of these two remaining theories I agree with, since there are a lot of good points that could be made for either side.
Okay.
I'll go into depth with each point. I'll start with the theory that she's a paranoid schizophrenic with narcolepsy.
Okay, guys.
That house is a lot bigger than you think it is, too.
Okay, guys. Cross the road again. Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
The video.
Yeah.
Separated by a closet.
Separated by a closet? Is that real, Mom? Come on! This game. Okay, bye guys.